Hello there and welcome to Be One with Benjamin. Today we're going to look at the restaurant situation. At the end of this video you're going to be able to know how to make a booking, what to do when you get to the restaurant, and all the little tiny things that you need to know when you're there. Okay, so if you've ever been to a restaurant in the UK and not known if you're doing the right thing, by the end of this video you will. Let's go straight into it. First of all, the normal way to make a reservation is over the phone. Now you can call up and you would say, "Hi, I'd like to make a reservation please." They will ask you for how many and at what time. "A table for 2 please at 9 o'clock. Now a lot of English restaurants shut at 9 o'clock, so just check when they stop serving food. But you can say, they'll likely say, "That's great, thank you. Please may I take a name?" And you just need to tell them your first name or your surname. They're likely to be happy with that. Once you're at the restaurant, you'll likely be greeted by someone who will say, "Can I take a name?" or "Do you have a reservation?" For the first one, give your name if you've made a reservation. Otherwise, you need to say, "Do you have a table for 2 please?" Or whichever number of guests that you have with you. The waiter will often ask, "Follow me this way." That means follow them to the table. Once there, they should give you a menu, but if they don't, say, "Please may I have the menu?" The first thing they will do is ask you what drinks you would like. You can order drinks by saying, "I would like a beer please," or "I would like a glass of wine please." If you want water, they may ask, "Still or sparkling?" But if you are like me and you don't want to spend too much money, I ask, "Please may I have just a jug of tap water please?" They'll likely give you a few minutes and then they'll say, "Are you ready to order?" Then you can order your food. Read off the menu, "I would like," and then read what you want. If you don't know what something is, don't be afraid to ask, "What is this?" or "What's that?" During your meal, the waiter will likely come over and ask you if you would like any more drinks, and they will ask you, "How is your food?" Most people will say, "Everything's great, thanks." But if there's a problem, don't be afraid to say something, but obviously try and be as polite as possible. "Yes, actually, I thought there should be prawns with my pasta." "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Yes, I'll get the kitchen to bring some prawns out right away." At the end of your meal, they will come over and ask, "Have you finished?" If you have finished, feel free to say, "Yes, thank you." Or if someone at the table is still eating, say, "No, not quite yet. Can you give us a few more minutes?" In the UK, there's one strange thing with desserts. They will likely ask you, "Would you like any puddings?" Now, puddings means all desserts in the UK. So if you're in the mood for a dessert, say, "Yes, I'd like to see the dessert menu, please." If you're full, as I often am, say, "No, thank you. We're okay." Would you like any coffees? If you do, you would say, "Yes, please. I'd like a latte, please." Or, "Yes, please. I'd like an espresso." Perhaps you don't like caffeine. Most people will say a decaf and then you name your coffee. When you're ready to pay the bill, it's important not to clap or click or shout in the restaurant. Most English people will try to catch the eye of the waiter or waitress walking through the restaurant. You can say, "May I have the bill please?" But if they don't come anywhere near, you can simply go, which is the international sign for "Please may I have the bill." Traditionally, if you've received good service in the restaurant, you may wish to leave a 10% tip. But if you don't feel like you've received good service, feel free not to leave the tip. Anyway, that's it for this week's video on the restaurant situation. How did you like it? Tell me in the comments below, or click like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!